Good day, Las Vegas, and welcome back to Vegas Vibes, giving you a peek at what's grooving and brewing in the music, pageantry, live production, and fascinating scenes in the city that never sleeps. And I'm your host, Esmeralda Padilla Gould. I would like to thank the avid viewers of Vegas Vibes on Vegas Live TV, ACTV, WCE TV, and BingeNetworks.tv, especially those watching on my favorite devices, Roku, Kodi, Amazon Fire TV, Samsung and LG Smart TVs, and of course, in my very own website, VegasVibes.us. Please continue to support my show as well as my Vegas Vibes network by telling your friends to like Vegas Vibes on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. We continue to celebrate the Vegas Vibes moment that Las Vegas is now fully opened, which means the music, pageantry, and live production scenes in the entertainment capital of the world has begun employing long sideline artists, performers, and highly skilled workers to slowly but surely welcome locals and visitors to its world-class entertainment and production stages. And now, we'll begin watching mega concerts and major sports events live and in person. When Vegas Vibes returns, I will be introducing a multifaceted comedian, so if you want to have a good laugh, don't go away. Welcome back. Las Vegas remains to host the best and the biggest resorts in the globe, and some of the best entertainers in the world live right here in this great city. It's bursting in the seams with creative juices, and those mega live productions can't forever be parked in the shade. So start planning your trips to Vegas. And when you see a particular show or live event announced, book it without delay, as tickets will come and go super fast. You snooze, you lose, so be on the lookout always. In a few moments, I will be joined by Dilligaf, who's been entertaining audiences all over Las Vegas, Nevada, at Treasure Island, House of Blues, Luxor, and many more venues, all leading to his 6-year residency with the Tickle Me Comedy Club. And I have the pleasure of working with him as co-producer of an upcoming daytime series entitled The Light Is Always On, co-starred by Miss Corinne Sharek and yours truly. My interview of Dilligaf coming up next, so freeze that remote until Vegas Vibes returns. Welcome back to Vegas Vibes. On Vegas Vibes, we feature amazingly talented people from many walks of life who contribute to making Las Vegas the entertainment capital of the world. And on that note, here with us today, you may have seen him at Treasure Island, House of Blues, or the Luxor, now enjoying a residency with the Tickle Me Comedy Club here in Las Vegas. I'm very pleased to welcome our very special guest today, Mr. Dilligaf.
Hi Esmeralda, how are you today?
I'm fine.
Oh, thanks for inviting me. This is awesome. Thank you.
It's a pleasure having you, and thank you for being
sure.
here today.
Absolutely, I like it.
Well, you are a stand-up comedian. What?
Well, actually, I'm a sit-down comedian.
I was gonna say, but I want that to come from you.
It's all right.
How did you get into stand-up comedy?
Well, growing up, I was always the class clown. I was always finding something funny in everything that was happening around me. And I retired in 2008, and a few years later, my wife said, "You have to get out of the house and go do something." So I thought, well, let's go try doing stand-up comedy. And so I did, and it's just that was about 7 years ago, and since then it's just been an incredible ride. We've had so much fun. So that's basically how I did it. I just took what I used to do and turned it into doing comedy.
Wow, so it came later in life.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow. So what is it like being a comedian for you?
It's great. Well, a funny story is when you tell somebody that you're a comedian, first thing they tell you is,
Tell me a joke.
"Tell me a joke." And you just can't do that. But because if you do that, it's kind of corny because you pull something silly out of your head. But what they need to do is come and see the show and really see. But yeah, that's
So you tell them you have to pay to see.
Pardon me?
So you tell.
Yeah, that's right. You have to pay to see. Yeah, that's good. But so I've enjoyed it. I early on in my career, anytime I did anything, I always buy a book to find out how to do it. So I bought a book, How to Be a Comedian for Dummies. And in there, the author had said, you need to get a comedy partner. And so she had a website that you could ask for comedy partners. And so I did. I put my name out on her website. And sure enough, a local person from Vegas said he would love to be my comedy partner. And so for the last 7 years, he and I have been comedy partners. and he actually owns a club here in Vegas, and we've had an incredible time together. So I was very fortunate to get a comedy partner with somebody that had some experience, and so he kind of tutored me and mentored me and kind of helped me develop my style. Everything was a lot of fun.
So what's your style?
My style?
Yes. Do you write your own?
I do write my own, and I base a lot of my comedy on my disability, right? And a lot of my comedy is also my family. I have a family. I jokingly say my family was on the Jerry Springer show, and so I talk about my family. I have 5 siblings, so there's 6 of us, and I talk about each one of them and how wacky they are. But basically, so I talk about myself, my disability, and mostly my family, and just things that I've done, things I've experienced. I like to base my comedy on things that actually happened to me instead of just making something up. Most everything, probably 95% of what I talk about on stage is actually something that I've experienced in life or something that I've done, and I just find the funny in it.
Is there something that you wouldn't joke about, that you find it so offensive that you don't want to touch that subject? Or you don't care, you just say whatever?
Well, in today's age, politics, I stay away from politics. I've got, before all this happened, I had some great political humor, but I'm not doing that because it sets you, no matter what side of the fence you're on, the other side is going to be mad at you. So my thing is just to stay right in the middle, don't do any political humor. And the other thing that I don't do is I don't do real graphic humor. What happened was, in the beginning, you would go to open mics and there'd be other comics there, and they would talk about some disgusting things, human anatomy, and I thought, I'm not doing that. So my humor is more clean. I mean, there might be a nasty word come out every once in a while, but that's just part of the story. But so I stay away from that because it's pretty disgusting actually. So I try to keep my humor
family oriented.
R-rated maybe. Yeah. So yeah, that's good.
So you don't want to be one of those comedians who wants to be controversial?
No. Well, I don't want to be controversial in a negative way. I want people to go, that was different, because I am different. I'm an older guy. I just got into this a little while ago, and I'm unique. My manager says I have an interesting style that's not out there right now, and I was a little, what's the word I'm looking for? I was a little, because I'm older, and I thought, well, how can you start doing comedy when you're older? And he reminded me that Rodney Dangerfield, the famous comic, started when he was in his late 60s, and he got very, very popular, very famous. So that's what I want. I don't want to be, I just want to get out there and have fun, make people laugh, and have them go, that was interesting, and want to come back. That's important too.
Well, I guess you are a true testament that it's never too late to pursue your dreams.
No, absolutely not. I mean, I had a full career. I spent 26 years working for the government, and so that was a full career. And then here I am doing a new thing, and it's so much fun. It really is something new every day. Every time I'm out on stage, I learn something new, and I put that in my head to use later on, to remember it, to use it as a learning experience. It's awesome. It's a lot of fun. You should try it.
I'm not naturally funny.
Oh,
but
those are the best comedians.
But I would love to. Actually, I wanted to be funny.
Oh yeah, we did that. We were at an open mic one night, and my wife was with me, and they talked her into getting up on stage to tell a joke, and she was, but she did it. She got a big laugh out of it. So anybody can do it.
Well, I guess I asked my 13-year-old son for a joke that I can tell you.
Okay.
And what do you call a train chewing a bubble gum?
A train chewing a bubble gum? I don't know.
A choo-choo train.
That's really good. Yep.
I got a laugh from Mr. David Knight. Well, you have mentioned about disability. I know that you have created a tour for disabled comedians.
Yes. It's
Talk
called
about
the
that.
Blue Zone Comedy Tour, and we're putting it together now, and we're gonna do it in 2022. Next year, we'll go out on the road, and our hope is that there will be 2 or 3 comics that travel together, but each place that we go, we want to, ahead of time, if there's any disabled comics that would like to audition for us and get up on stage. So we want to kind of have some community involvement and include local comics that might have a disability. We think it'll be an awesome thing. We're looking forward to that. So it's called the Blue Zone Comedy Tour, and it will launch in 2022, next year sometime. And we just hope to take it nationwide.
That's awesome. And also, there's something that you're doing right now, an upcoming movie.
Oh, the movie,
Would you like
yes.
to talk about that?
Sure. So I was introduced to a Hollywood director, and for some reason, he saw my act, and he really liked my style, and he liked me. And so he said, we should do a movie. And I go, about what? He goes, about you. And so it's going to be kind of an action movie, and it's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to blow stuff up and just have all kinds of fun. So just on Sunday, a couple days ago, we started writing this movie, and so now we kind of have how it's going to flow and what's going to happen. And so I'm really excited. I never dreamt that I would ever have a opportunity like that. And I'm just excited. I am pumped up.
Well, I'm very excited for you. It sounds like you're keep reinventing yourself.
Oh yeah,
That's great.
Well, think about it. If you just sit there, I don't have that many years left, maybe 25. And so I don't want to just sit at home and watch Wheel of Fortune for the next 25 years. I want to do something. I want to get out there and entertain people, make people laugh, and just have fun. And that's my whole thing.
And of course, you have to credit your wife for always motivating and supporting you.
Yeah, like
in
get out
whatever
of
you do.
get out of the house, leave me alone. Right?
Well, where can people find you? Where do you do your residency right now?
Right now we have a residency at the Firelight Barn in Henderson, and you can find them at the firelightbarn.com. Their schedule is there. They do an incredible family show, and then on Friday and Saturday nights, once a month, we do our show at 9 o'clock, and it's more adult, and more adult. But it's firelightbarn.com, and it's in Henderson on Boulder Highway. So we have a contract for the next few months to do comedy 1 weekend a month, and then there's other shows that we're working on. There's a couple other venues. I just went blank.
That's okay. It happens to the best of us. Well, I know I feel so blank. No, you do.
I know, right? Though.
Do you remember the very first time that you got up on the stage and crack a joke?
Oh yeah. Before a long time, when I was still working for the government, they found out that I like to entertain people, and so in all of the luncheons or the conferences or anything that they did, they would always hire me to be the MC. And so it just developed that I get up on stage, and it was long before I ever decided to become a professional comic. And so my stuff was just kind of ad lib, on the fly, off the cuff. And I did that for several years. So like during the holidays, I would be booked to do all these Christmas dinners and stuff. And I do remember the first time I got up there to tell a joke, because it was a little scary, because you don't know. I mean, you think it's funny, but somebody else may not think it's funny. So I did, and I did a couple little magic tricks. And
You're also a magician?
well, when I say magic tricks, it's not.
Okay.
It's not like
not like David Copperfield.
No, but I haven't mastered to saw you in half yet. But we could work on
That
it.
would be interesting
No,
to see.
so it's a couple little corny jokes and all that kind of stuff. So I did a little of that and just entertaining. And but the first time it was a little scary, but I did it. And once you get past that initial fear factor, you're good.
You're a daredevil, I could say.
Daredevil, yeah. That's a good word for it.
Maybe the next thing you would do, we'll see you jumping out from the helicopter.
Oh no,
No?
you'll never
Because
see
you
me
were
do-
a commercial pilot,
Yes, you will never ever see me jump out of an airplane.
but you used to fly a plane
Yes.
for many years.
Yes. I got my license in 1977, and I have a commercial instrument, multi-engine, and so the way I say you'll never see me jump out of an airplane, because I think people, not to, you just kind of make fun. Anybody that would jump out of a perfectly normal airplane is not all there. So unless it's on fire, headed straight for the ground, I am not jumping out. But I have several friends that are professional skydivers. I have a friend that does, it's a wingsuit. So he flies through the air like a bat. He jumps out of an airplane and flies, or jumps off of cliffs and flies through the air. That's kind of fun, but not me. I'm not doing that.
So how was that experience like for you, being a commercial pilot? Did you like that?
Yeah, it's a lot of
And
fun.
how long did you do it?
I did it, well, I didn't fly for any airlines or anything. I would just get hired to fly people from here to there.
Oh,
And that was a lot of fun.
jets.
Not in jets, in propeller-driven airplanes. Jet rating is incredibly expensive, and I was funding this on my own, so I couldn't afford a jet. Geez, I still can't. But just prop-driven airplanes, and we fly them around, a few hundred miles to go here or go there or whatever. And it was a lot of fun. Met a lot of really nice people. Went to some cool places, because when you fly somebody there, you have to wait for them. And a lot of times they'll get you a hotel room or whatever, so you just go there and wait a couple days for them to get done with what they're doing, and they call you up and get back on the plane and come home.
Was that your childhood dream, to be a pilot?
As a matter of fact, it was one of my childhood dreams. But being disabled was kind of an obstacle. And I was told, oh, you can't fly an airplane because you have to be able to use rudder pedals to steer it on the ground. And they said that I wasn't going to be able to do that. And so I kind of, okay.
But that didn't stop you.
No, it didn't. I met a guy that says, that's crazy. So we went out and we practiced, and we just kept doing it, and I overcame that. So to that person that told me I could never fly, I hope you're there, because I did. So yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Well, you've also done podcasts.
Yes, me and...
Have you always been a storyteller?
I have.
You like to talk?
I do. Whoa. Yes.
Which is a great thing.
I know, right? But, well, to an extent, it's all right.
Well, you need it for your profession.
Exactly, right, yeah. And that's, I wanted to go back to this. So that's, my comedy is based on like stories. So instead of just getting up there telling jokes, my stuff is based on, like I said earlier, real events that have happened to me, but I kind of like to tell a story, so, yeah. Can I tell, one of the things I do is, I have two granddaughters, and one of them always tells me a joke. When she knows I'm going on stage, she always tells me a joke. Can I tell you?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so she knows I retired from NASA, and so she called me, she said, Grandpa, we had a speaker from NASA come the other day. And I go, okay, what did he talk about? Well, he talked about having a manned mission to the sun. I said, to the sun? And she goes, well, I told him, I said, the sun, I told the guy, I said, the sun is hot, you'll burn up. And the guy told me, no, we're going at night. So that's my
Now
joke.
it runs in the family, you can tell, right?
She does. She wants to be a comic. She's 13 this year, a teenager. And she wants to be a comic, so she watches my tapes, and she always sends me a joke. And so I always try to stick it into my set somewhere. And that was a pretty funny one, I thought. Yeah.
So what's your ultimate direction for performing? What are your future plans for yourself, aside from the movie with Mark Savage?
Mm-hmm. I really want to get the Blue Zone Comedy Tour out there, because I think that especially if we go somewhere and have the local disabled comics come up on stage and get some stage time, I really want to make that thing big. I want it to be maybe like the Blue Collar Tour with Jeff Foxworthy. I want it to be just that big, or even bigger than that. So that's my ultimate goal, and my manager and I are working hard to make that, to get it set up and make that happen. It's going to be so much fun.
Well, thanks to Tim, he's keeping you busy.
Oh my gosh, yes, I know. He's the perfect guy to get to be my manager. He's awesome. Yep.
Who would you like to collaborate with? Especially you are here in Las Vegas, the entertainment capital of the world. And of course, I'm sure you want to be a headliner.
Yes. I really like to work with Bill Engvall, and I really think that there's another comic. He hasn't been out so much lately. His name is Christopher Titus, and Christopher Titus and I grew up in the same city, and he's a few years younger than I am. But what he talks about on stage is actually the stuff that I did in the same town, so we have like a connection. So I'd really like to work with him. I'd like to have a television series based on disability. I don't know what we'd call it, but that would be kind of fun. So those are kind of some of the long-term goals that we have. I think it'll be we're just so excited to be out there doing it.
What's the best thing about being a comedian? Yeah, what do you love about it, and what are the challenges you had to face?
The best thing about being a comic is when you connect with the audience and you make them laugh, and they get what you're talking about, and you get this connection with them, and you can have interaction with them, and there's this connection. Sometimes audiences, no matter how big they are, you just don't get that connection, and I don't know what the deal is. But in particular, one time we did 2 shows in a row on a Friday and Saturday night. Friday night, the audience was big. It was several dozen people, and they weren't laughing at all for any of us comedians. And then the next night, it was a light night. There was probably maybe 7 or 8 people in the audience. It was one of the best nights of comedy ever because we were able to interact with the audience. You know, it was just, the connection that we had was fun. And then the second part of your question, what are the challenges? There's not many disabled comics that are out doing
Do you think
this.
it's more of an advantage for you?
I don't know yet.
Because nobody
No, there's not many. There's
is doing it right now, like someone in that condition.
there's nobody in a chair. There's several comics that are out. Josh Blue, Kevin Niemeiler. There's several disabled comics that have really been well. So I'm kind of unique. I want people to just say that was really interesting. That was fun. I want to go back and see that guy. So that's kind of.
If there's anything that you would suggest to aspiring new comedians out there, what would it be?
Don't give up. There's going to be opposition. There's going to be just obstacles put up in front of you all the time. You just push through it. That's how I've been all my life. I've been disabled since I was a year old, and the word no doesn't exist in my vocabulary. Somebody tells me no, I hear go for it. So if I was to give advice to somebody that wanted to, especially with a disability, don't take no for an answer. Every obstacle you can either get over it, under it, or around it. So just don't let them stop you.
Please invite everyone. Where could people find you?
You can find me on my website, Dilligaf.com, and you can find our show schedule for the Firelight Barn at firelightbarn.com. And that's pretty much it for now.
Well, Mr. Dilligaf, thank you so much for being here on Vegas Vibes. Thank you for inspiring us and continue to inspire more people. And good luck on your current and future endeavors.
Esmeralda, thank you. I really appreciate the opportunity. And thank you, everybody. Come and see us.
Could you crack a joke?
Could I crack a joke? I just went blank.
I have one for you.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. Why did the blind man fall down the well?
Why?
Because he couldn't see well.
Oh, okay, I can do that.
It's your turn.
All right, my turn. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Madame.
Madame who?
Open the door, Madame. Foot stuck in it.
Ha ha ha. Catch me again next week as I feature another amazing personality here on Vegas Vibes.
Bye-bye.
Buying, keeping, or selling your home is one of the biggest decisions you and your family need to make in your lifetime. Specify a home inspector trusted by the Greater Las Vegas Association of Realtors. F10 Inspection Services has been serving the Las Vegas real estate industry for many decades, which secures all inspections with a $10,000 honor guarantee. F10 Inspection Services, proudly Asian American. Call 702-374-7377 now.
We hope you enjoy watching Vegas Vibes episode as much as I did. Promise to join me again next week on this same fabulous Vegas Vibe channel. And to all our global viewers out there, let me remind you that Las Vegas is not just about the world-renowned strip or the famous Fremont Street experience in the vibrant downtown district. It has real people, a lot of them musicians, live entertainers, and those involved in the world of pageantry, and to the people here in the Valley who work hard each day to make Las Vegas a global brand. I would like to feature you and your cool story right here in Vegas Vibes, either in the studios or online via Zoom. If you believe that's you, please email me now at vegasvibes1@gmail.com. Before I go, I would like to thank my wardrobe sponsor, Anne Fontaine, located at the Forum Shops of Caesar's Palace. Anne Fontaine is now open for business as well. You may call Miss Anna Billings at 702-733-6205 to make an appointment. And now for my favorite segment, the Vegas Vibes Closet. Yes, it features an intricate selection of health and beauty products which I personally use. And this week, I have for you Extreme Lengthening Mascara with a Magnetic Force. They're real. Magnet is a 36-hour lengthening mascara with a magnetic force that draws out lashes to extreme lengths, making them look 40% longer. The innovative extender brush with magnetically charged core pulls the magnetic mineral enriched formula up and out beyond the tips of lashes for extreme lengths and powerful lift. Custom designed zigzag bristles are strategically positioned to fan out separate and defined lashes. Check it out, ladies. Below is the link if you wish to learn more about it or purchase it without delay. Search for Vegas Vibes Closet. Follow Vegas Vibes on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram, or check out vegasvibes.us for updates and announcements. Once again, I'm your host, Esmeralda Padilla Gould. Thank you for watching. Mwah!